What happens when we die? It has to be the biggest, most human question there is. Today, we're going to dig into one very specific answer, a powerful idea known as Ma'ad, or the return. Let's jump in. Really think about it for a second. Is this all of it? This one beautiful, sometimes chaotic life? Or is it maybe just the beginning of something else? This is the question that sits at the very heart of our explainer today. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll touch on why this question is so universal. Then, we'll get a clear definition of our main topic, Ma'ad. After that, we'll look at a really interesting logical argument for it, explore the idea of the soul, and finally, we'll tie it all together and ask, why does this belief actually matter? Right, so that question, is this it? It's not just you or me asking it. It's everyone, everywhere, throughout all of history. It seems like this deep-seated need to understand what comes next is just part of being human. And that's our common ground as we get started. Okay, so let's put a name to this idea we're exploring. To really understand it, we've got to define our central concept, Ma'ad. So Ma'ad literally translates to the return, and that's exactly what it is. It's the core belief that after this life ends, we are brought back, not just in spirit, but body and soul, to face a final judgment based on how we lived. And think about what that really means. It means this life isn't the whole show. It's more like the dress rehearsal. It completely reframes our existence as a preparation for something permanent, introducing this huge idea of ultimate accountability. So why is this idea so foundational? Why is it seen not just as an article of faith, but as a kind of logical requirement? Well, that brings us to a really compelling argument, the argument from justice.
And this is a question that I think everybody grapples with at some point. We see it all the time, right? Good people get a raw deal, while people who do terrible things seem to thrive. If the universe is fundamentally just, how on earth do you explain that?
And here's the answer this theology provides. The logic is that this world, right here and now, clearly doesn't always deliver justice. So if you believe in a perfectly just creator, then there has to be another place, another realm, where the scales are finally and perfectly balanced. Without it, the whole system would seem, well, pointless. Let's just walk through that logic. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, we can all see that there's good and bad in the world. Step 2, a quick reality check shows that people don't always get what they deserve in this life. So the logical conclusion from that perspective is that there must be another court, another realm where perfect justice is guaranteed. And that realm is the afterlife. Okay, so if we accept the idea of a life after this one, what is it that actually continues the journey? Our bodies don't. So how does our consciousness, our very self, make it to the next stage? To get that, we have to talk about the soul. The whole concept really stands on this one massive idea. You are not your body. Your body is just something you're using for a while. Your true identity, your consciousness, who you really are, that's the soul. And it's seen as something totally separate from your physical shell. And putting them side by side makes it super clear. You've got the body, it's physical, it's made of different parts, and it's temporary. It's the vessel. Then you've got the soul. It's not physical, it's a single whole thing, and because of that, it's eternal. It's the real you. I love this analogy because it just clicks. Think about it. The airplane, our body, is this incredible machine that gets us through life. But it has a lifespan. Eventually, it's going to be grounded for good. But the pilot, our soul, our consciousness, that's who's actually on the journey. And that pilot's journey doesn't have to end just because the plane does. All right, so we've defined Ma'ad, we've gone through the argument for why it exists, we've talked about the soul, but what does it all mean for us right now? Why is this such a big deal? Let's get into the real-world impact. See, this is way more than just a philosophical idea. It changes everything about how you see the world. Suddenly, every single action matters because there's ultimate accountability. It provides a final answer to suffering and injustice. It injects a deep sense of meaning into our finite lives and offers real hope. And it really taps into that feeling we all have that surely this can't be all there is. And maybe that's the best way to sum it all up. Believing in Ma'ad basically takes the story of your life and says, this isn't the whole book. This is just chapter 1. And knowing there's a whole epic saga to follow completely changes how you read this first critical chapter. So I'll leave you with this to think about. We all know that having an end goal totally changes how you approach a journey, right? So how might the belief in a final, eternal destination change the way a single day or an entire lifetime is lived? It's something to chew on.